not self-regulate, but the league kind of self-regulates in the way that, all right, well, it may not be in the postseason, but next year when the Dodgers are playing the Brewers, Machado better watch his back, otherwise he's going to get a 97 mile an hour fastball right between the shoulder blades.
Yeah,
and that's just kind of how that's going to play out. And I just hope that the umpires, officials, whatever, that they recognize that.
Julius Coe, man. Yep, Supersonics. Sounds
Number
good
40.
now. Thanks, Justin. Devin. Yo, okay, he's on Twitch now. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, what's up, Devin? I'm going to use the Red Sox as an example of this just because I'm a Red Sox fan.
Mm-hmm.
When, I forget who it was, I think it was it the Pirates? No, it wasn't the Pirates.
Pittsburgh?
It was anyway, when Dustin Pedroia got injured.
Okay, right. From the cleat?
Yeah. That high slide into second, and that slide was the reason he hasn't played in the past year and a half.
Right.
The next time, they tried to, they did this weird thing where they tried to hit the batter, but they missed. So they tried to hit the next guy, and it was a whole thing, and it was just a complete S show. And then this year, no one got injured, but it was the same kind of slide into second base that resembled the one that hurt Pedroia against the Red Sox and Yankees.
Yeah.
And then the next time that guy got up to bat,
they threw the ball
Joe
out.
Kelly just drilled him.
Right.
And then the benches cleared. They
it makes
fought.
it a little bit of a...
The batter and Joe Kelly got suspended for 3 games, and that was it. And then after that, it was all good, and the Red Sox and the Yankees continued to play, just grade A baseball, and it was fine.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I really like about baseball is that, the owners, commissioners, whoever, umpires, they all recognize that whether I do anything about it or not, the players kind of regulate themselves in that regard.
Right, okay. I just think, and this is, looking at it from an outside perspective, is that seeing a guy do that on a national stage as the National League Championship Series, for him to do this and then have no repercussions for it at all. I get what you're saying, but I think, and it's the same thing I would say for in hockey, is you don't see guys really swing very much in hockey on each other during playoff games because more people are watching. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I really don't have a butt for that one. But.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
And it does surprise me that something like that a player would pull something like that in a playoff game, especially a guy who knows he's important to his team.
Right. That makes sense.
Why would you risk the chance of being thrown out of
a championship game?
Yeah, or even just the rest of that game.
Right.
When you could make a difference.
Right.
Now, in baseball, I don't know how it works necessarily in all other sports, but the record for the league doing things that would affect a player that postseason is not likely. I mean, just look at last year with was that Altuve that made that goofy face at that Japanese guy on the Dodgers last year.
I don't remember this happening.
He made the
like a little slanty eye thing
at him, and he did end up getting suspended, I think, for 3 games this year. But it was a big thing. But he was allowed to play the rest of the World Series. And, everyone's like, oh, that was a hugely racist thing to do. And, I mean, yeah, it was. But the league didn't punish him until after.
Right.
So.
I don't know. I see what you're saying. I get it. That makes sense. Justin says, what do you think would be a good name for the upcoming Seattle hockey team? Not the Totems, bro. I don't like that. And
honestly,
Devin said,
anything
nice
but the
hoodie. Thanks,
Metros.
man. I got it last night. The Metropolitans.
Yeah, I just don't want to go to a hockey game and then hear anybody else say, like, hey, it's the Seattle Metro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That sounds weak. I wouldn't... Metropolitans. I wouldn't mind something that's like close
and I get
to
the historical...
the native stuff for us, but not the Totems, man. Like, honestly, we would rather see the Orcas before I see... And that's not even a good name either.
I don't think so. I mean, go with a tree. I don't know.
The Sockeye sucks. Killer Whales, dude. Bald Eagles. I like it. All right.
Bald Eagle.
I'm down with a Bald Eagle, man. I like that. Bald Eagle works for me.
That now
Bald
just reminds
ego.
me of the that Jack in the Box commercial. Be like, oh, is it noticeable?
Is it? That's great, man. Damn. Okay, so it does appear to me that the Dodgers are going to come out on top of this little match that they're having tonight.
Well, and they still have to win one more, right?
Right. I think from what I just saw,
that was a weird way to get Red Bull out of my mustache.
The series is tied up 2-2 right now, so it'll be 3-2. Do they go into LA or are they playing in Milwaukee for Game 7? I think Game 7's played in Milwaukee, right?
Oh, well, that would be Game 6, but...
Or Game 6, excuse me. Yeah.
I think they're in LA now.
They're in LA right now.
Yes,
so
they would go to Milwaukee and
next.
then Game 7, if necessary, would be in LA.
How about Sale getting shelled the first game? And Price pitching good, just good enough second game, or Sale actually walking a lot of people?
Yeah.
It's rough to watch. I mean, I'm not a Boston fan, so I mean, it really doesn't really.
It is rough to watch,
much, but it's never good when you're.
I mean, they are up 2-1, so.
Yeah, are they playing tonight?
Yes, they are.
They are. All right.
Yeah, they are actually just about to start or just have started.
They're in warm-up right now.
Okay.
They're in warm-up right now.
Yeah, so I think it's going to start in the next 10,
Who gets
15 minutes.
Who gets the mound first? Who's the starters?
Houston.
Who's the starters for the pitchings?
Hold on.
You got that on your phone?
I do.
Peep that.
I have the NSEN.
Go Brewers. Dodgers suck.
Okay,
they are way overrated, Justin says. Haha, but last night was a good game, man. I hate Bergman.
8:30.
I'm not a fan of Bergman. I've never really liked him, man.
Porcello and Morton.
Morton? Okay. Yeah. I don't really know too much about Morton.
I don't either, but Porcello, that's a solid pitcher right there.
Solid pitcher. Yep.
And, I think out of all the sports I've watched since, last Wednesday, my favorite moment has been that Jackie Bradley Jr. Grand Slam.
Oh, okay.
Whew! That was dirty. That was awesome.
That couldn't have came at a better time for them.
No, it couldn't, because it looked like Houston was coming back, and then all of a sudden it was 8-2 Boston.
Money on the freaking end of Bradley's bat.
Oh, man. And that guy...
Starts in 10, okay.
See?
Yeah. No, that's That was perfect timing for that too. What was that, like in the 6th, the 7th? I think it was in the 6th or the 7th, right?
I think it was in the 7th inning.
Okay. Yeah, perfect timing for that. And this is what I was talking to you about before, is I thought that the bats were going to get going as the series progressed. And
oh, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I think
I am too. And
like I said, Game 7, Jackie Bradley Jr. Grand Slam was amazing, Devin says. I think
yes,
so
it was,
too,
Devin. Yes, it was.
I really think that, if Verlander takes the mound in Game 7, dude, Boston's got it. Boston's got it. If it even goes to Game 7.
And, I already said the Astros were going to go to the World Series, and that's been working for Boston, so I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
I can't jinx him now.
I'll throw him under the bus, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's just like, I don't want to change my socks.
Right? This is good luck right now.
That's right. So, go Boston. Astros are going to the World Series. And I say that with love.
Well, now we're getting deep enough in the rotations where Boston has a chance. And that's
I agree completely.
That's what I was saying last week. I was thinking the bats were going to get going. I thought Mookie Betts was going to get his bat going a little bit more. I think he went 2 for 3, 2 for 4.
Yeah, but even in this series, Houston's been pitching around him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's still getting walked quite a bit. Anybody but the Astros. Yeah, Justin. Anybody but the Astros.
It wasn't. I think it wasn't yesterday's game, but the game before that, he had. I think he had a double, and then he was walked 3 times.
Yeah, that's just
so.
How do you swing the bat if you're you're not getting pitched to?
If you don't have a chance to swing the bat, there's no chance of getting the bat going.
Yeah, right. And I don't know how you fix that.
But that's the problem that Houston's running into right now, is that it's not just Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
It's
the bats are going for everybody.
It's Bogarts. It's Bradley Jr. It's JD Martinez. It's Christ, even Sandy Leone.
These guys are getting the bats going, and I like it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Boston's and Brewers World Series, Justin says. I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
Except for it's going to be the Astros, because
I would like to see that. Okay, all right. So I think by the next time we do this,
we should
be in the World Series. So. Yep. The next time, can we talk about Astros cheating? Okay. So I read about that online.
The spying?
Yeah, I didn't know about this. I read a little bit about it online, and I keep seeing dudes trying to say that Boston's pitchers are putting like pine tar on their arms and shit too. But I think it's all just kind of just people just making stuff up to get, a little bit of a rise out of fans and stuff. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
No, you're good. Did you hear what I said, or were you more focused?
Repeat that for me.
I think all the cheating stuff is kind of just like a thing people are making up just to kind of get a rise out of other fans. I don't know. Is that spy thing a legit thing? I don't know.
I don't know, but
still good series.
But teams have been doing that for a long time. Even, Boston got caught doing it last year.
What, spying on people?
Yeah.
It's not football. I don't really care about the spying. What is the difference of spying on a... I don't understand plays getting spied on in football.
They got caught doing... What happened with Boston was... I forget who... It might have been the Astros, actually. Was they kind of like cracked the code on their little catcher...
hand motions or whatever.
Yeah, so they knew what kind of pitches they were going to expect, but... whatever.
It's the signs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But
well,
that so
I could see how that makes a big difference, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and I have no idea how hard that is to change or anything. I mean, I would assume they look super complicated, so
I would just
they must be that way for a reason.
I would just assume that they change it up regularly anyway, so they know what pitch is coming, so if somebody's stealing a base. Well, I just think, and that's totally understandable. I get that. That's a messed up way to get, into an advantage into playing. But I mean, I don't. Can't you not change up your hand signals? I don't. For the most part, I know like this would be like whatever pitch is coming, and you like tap the side like you're like doing whatever side of like this plate that you're throwing it to.
Or whatever.
How much more difficult do you need to make it? I don't know. I get it though. I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah,
it's messed up, but what are they going to do?
And
suspend people for that? I don't know. Probably not. People get caught all the time doing that, don't they?
Well, and it's not. I mean, you can't. It's not like you can suspend players. I mean,
it's not the players' fault.
I mean,
that's an organization thing.
Oh, I'm gonna get done with practice and then hop on a plane and then go check out the what the Colorado Rockies are doing this week and try and figure out their signs. Like that's an organization thing. That's scouts. That's a whole different
whatever agenda for.
I mean,
sending that scout.
Perhaps the MLB could elicit some kind of fines or do something like that.
I think ultimately you should be changing your hand signals pretty regularly anyway, because you see these guys a couple times a year.
Or you would at least think that you have a rotation between like
this pitcher and this pitcher and whatever.
Yeah, I mean you get really good with like 5 different sets of hand signals or whatever. I don't know. I'm not.
Look at Brady. He got caught cheating in the Super Bowl, or still played in the Super Bowl. Yeah, F that organization. Here we go. Let's go Sox. If you get caught cheating, you should be suspended for the season. I don't know if you go that far, but because baseball's a long season, buddy.
And the players aren't cheating.
The players aren't cheating. The organization is doing stuff. I think eliciting some. No, you're good, dude. Eliciting whatever they're called, fines for other people. So here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm not going down this road. We're not going down this road. Not doing it. We're not doing it. But
as far as I'm concerned on that tip, he served his time. He got suspended for 4 games.
Yeah, he got suspended. Whether he got caught cheating or he didn't cheat or whatever, he did time. So
yeah, and it's not like you're going to go back and replay that Super Bowl with the Colts and Seahawks opposed to the Patriots and Seahawks. Although, I mean,
they're both
Seattle
AFC.
fan.
They're both AFC teams too. Aaron Rodgers came out and said he liked his footballs overinflated and nothing happened. They never proved anything. Hey, man, I don't...
Hey, some people like big balls, some like small balls.
Yeah, man, I'm a big ball type of guy, though.
Likewise.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so you still liking the Astros and Brewers?
Hey, it's been working out for me so far.
Astros and Brewers, then?
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Astros and Brewers.
Yep.
I can't flip flop and jinx the Red Sox now. So
I'm still saying in the conversation, Betts hit first base first pitch of the game.
Yep.
Damn, bro. Yep. See, look at that. Just throwing freaking balls at him, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd say if they win tonight, that's a wrap for the Astros, I think, man. You don't come back 3. If they win tonight, that's a wrap for the Astros.
Yeah, well, remember in 2004, people said that about the Red Sox, too.
Yeah, well, you are very right, sir.
And,
Makes for good
And
baseball.
I really don't want to say anything disparaging about the Red Sox.
Makes for good baseball.
Yeah.
Sox in 6. I like it, Jake. Jake says Sox in 6. Okay.
I like it.
I like it too.
That's
And even if it goes to 7, I was saying it last week, and I'm going to say it again. If Verlander takes the mound on Game 7, the Sox are definitely going to take it. But if I just don't like how Verlander's pitching against anybody this season, man.
the only reason I'm not taking the Sox, Jake, is because I already said the Astros, and the Sox keep winning. So I gotta stick with the Astros.
Yeah.
You know,
It was working for you, buddy.
yeah, and it's like, it's just like the Sox.
Are
You know,
people watching
don't wanna
this
change
on
it.
Twitch? I was the only one in the chat. I have a couple people on Twitch watching it, but
You can watch us on both, Devin.
yeah, most of the time,
Pop it up on the big screen,
most of the
take
time,
the phone around.
buy or sell Sox over Milwaukee in the World Series, and why? Buy or sell Sox over Milwaukee in the World
if
Series.
the Sox,
So
if the
if
Sox,
it's the Sox
and Milwaukee
are in the World Series,
Sox,
yeah.
100%.
I like how the bats are going for Milwaukee, and
But they're not as good as the Boston bats are.
Yeah, and I also feel that Milwaukee's pitching staff is pretty decent for right now. But from what they look like, what they were doing against the Dodgers, I'm really thoroughly shocked at how they're not able to get the bats going as well as they were in the last couple series.
Yeah, the Milwaukee bats have been alive, but not like Boston's. And the downfall for Milwaukee, if it comes down to Sox and Milwaukee in the World Series, is going to be they don't have Chris Sale, they don't have Joe Kelly, and they don't have dang it, I'm blanking on his name. That goofy bastard that always stands like this before he pitches.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember what his name is either. Dudes, because of the conversations last week, I watched a couple innings of the Brewers game. Haha, they got some good pitching. I'm telling you,
They
man.
do.
They got some good pitching. I'm concerned.
I just don't think they have, if it comes down to the World Series, I don't think they have the staying power to keep
up with Boston.
Good pitching and good bats, and I don't think their defense is as good as Boston's.
Kimbrel, that's what his name is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Devin.
Yep.
Kimbrel.
And-
I totally agree with you. You couldn't have said that any better, buddy.
And as a negative about Kimbrel, what was it, 2 games ago? He had a garbage outing and almost lost that game for the Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for, I think it was Mookie Betts who caught the final out for that game.
Whew! Yeah, wasn't it
it
like
could
right field, like into the corner? And
Yeah,
I
it
remember
could
that.
easily be Sox 1, Houston
2. Yeah. I would buy the Sox over Milwaukee in the World Series, and reasons are there.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I just think it's an AL year.
I think it's an AL year. We've been saying that for a little while.
Even if 2 horrific plane crashes happened and Houston was dead and the Sox were dead, the Yankees would still beat the Brewers.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Or the Dodgers.
Or the
Cubs.
Dodgers.
Or the Rockies. Or the Diamondbacks. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Put them in there. They'll lose. Okay. All right. Well.
Put the AAA team in. Doesn't matter.
I like it, man. We're so close to the World Series, man. I'm excited. I
know.
look forward to it. It's going to be good.
Woo! It is going to be a good
It's gonna
World
be a good
Series.
World
this year.
Series. I don't even care who's in it. I'm pretty excited for it, man.
I don't either. I mean, it's just going to be a good year.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's been some awesome baseball played this October, and
the Mariners, bro.
I would take the Mariners.
You would take the Mariners? Yeah. Hey,
Well,
they didn't have a bad season, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
they
check
didn't
this
have
out.
a bad season.
The Mariners won 89 games this year. any other year, they would have been in the playoffs.
For sure. Absolutely. Slotted in a wild card spot.
Yeah. I mean,
easy.
Yeah, it would have been a wild card, but whatever. It was just a fluke of a year where Boston had 108 wins, the Astros had 103 wins, and the Yankees ended the regular season with 100 wins. That's the only reason they didn't make the playoffs. Last year, in the National League, the Twins went to the wild card series with 78 wins.
Okay. Hey.
So, it's a year-by-year basis, and I'm excited for next year for the Mariners, and I just hope that they don't do what the Mariners have consistently done for the past 17 years, and every time they show hope, they just crap the bed the next year.
Yep. I'm looking forward to how they can do this year, or this upcoming year, though.
And they have been making moves already, and I don't know, I know I talked to you about this a couple days ago, but they are going to have...
Nelly?
No, they're going to have... God damn it.
I don't remember...
the Japanese fella. Not Iwakuma.
Ichiro. Yeah.
They're going to have Ichiro back because they're going to play a 4-game series in Japan.
I remember this conversation. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? Honestly, I think it's kind of a little bit of a ploy just to get, because he's in their front office anyway, but it's a little bit of a ploy to get people to watch the Mariners a little bit more.
Oh, it absolutely is. Especially in Japan.
I wouldn't want Ichiro back up. The guy has done so much for the Mariners baseball organization. Don't take this the wrong way when I say it, but I wouldn't want Ichiro back on the team, especially after I watched what he did this year. I'm glad he went back into the front office.
Yeah, no, I think he can definitely do some great things with the Mariners, but his time of doing great things for the Mariners on the field is over.
It's over.
And the only reason that he played this year, I believe, and the only reason he's going to play next year, other than contract shit,
it brings money.
It's going to put butts in the seats.
Yep.
That's the only reason, and especially in Japan, because those guys love him over there.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Yep.
And he played many years of good baseball in Japan before he even came to the Mariners.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin says, if only the Mariners can come through second half of the season. I feel like we slowed down after we lost Cano. I don't even really think they need Cano.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly, Justin.
I don't even think they need Cano.
I agree with you.
I mean, he's great. He's awesome. But I honestly would much rather slap Nelson Cruz in that, or not Nelson Cruz, D. Gordon in that second base position.
Yeah.
And D. Gordon plays that second base position way better than
and D. Gordon
does it.
Got to the major leagues by playing second base.
Yeah.
And
he's not an outfielder, man.
And I mean, I wish I had more examples other than just the Red Sox, but you'll go through a lot of players before you come to a Mookie Betts that can get into the major leagues by playing second base, and then the Red Sox are like, oh, we got Justin Pedroia.
Yeah.
We don't need you at second base.
Right.
You're in the outfield. 2 years later, he wins a Gold Glove in the outfield.
Right. You don't find that very often.
Those players are so few and far between. But D. Gordon might not quite be to Mookie Betts' level, but I think he's very, very close.
Dude can hit. Dude gets on base. Dude can steal.
And he's young.
He's young. He's got longevity, baby.
Yeah, he's younger than Mookie Betts, and I think with some good coaching and good practice, he can be to that level. He can be a Gold Glover in wherever he is at.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
He can have, a 290, 300 batting average.
2-0 Sox. So Devin says, I like it.
Thanks for the update, Devin.
He says, tell you what, though, I've been to Fenway and Old Yankee Stadium and Safeco. And there's nothing like watching the Sox in Safeco during an early summer series. I love going to Safeco I've gone to a few different baseball parks. I think the only one that I like more than Safeco is I can't remember what the name of it is, but the one that the Royals play at. It's a beautiful stadium in Kansas City. I can't remember what it's called, but it is absolutely beautiful. But I totally agree with you. Safeco is way up there on some of the best baseball to watch there. I mean, and there's not really even a bad seat in the house.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sat way up in the rafters and been like, I can see.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah. So the Sox are up 2-0, huh?
And, yeah, I mean, and I would say, I mean, the second best park I've been to would probably be Atlanta.
Atlanta? Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was...
It's just a real fresh feeling there. It is. Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And nothing to take away from those historical parks, but they're not comfortable.
They're not comfortable.
I mean, even for a guy like me...
I've never been to Fenway, and I've never been to Old Yankee Stadium, so I don't...
The seats are real narrow. They're... Other than just to say you've been to a game at Fenway or Wrigley Field or wherever, that's really, I mean, the only reason to go.
That's kind of how I felt about, and don't take this the wrong way when I say this, but when I went to Lambeau Field, the seats are really small, and everyone is like really like this.
Yeah. It's all nuts to butts.
And really the only reason why I went to that game is a Monday night football game that the Seahawks were playing in, and my buddy was a Packers fan. Great to say that I've been to Lambeau Field, but
yeah.
It wasn't a very... And the fans are awesome too, but it's just, it wasn't a very comfortable place to be.
Right. Other than to say that you've been there.
Right. I totally agree with that. Not that I've been to Wrigley Field or anything like that. But
right. But
I get what you're saying.
And I've heard that from a lot of other people that have been to way more baseball games at way more fields than I have, is that, sitting in a seat in Fenway, seeing the Green Monster, doing all that, that has its place in, it's an awesome sports moment for anyone that loves baseball, regardless of whether you're a Sox fan or not. Same thing if you went to old Yankee Stadium or Wrigley Field or wherever. But the new ballparks, and I mean, I guess Safeco's still new. It's 20 years old. I mean, compared to Fenway, it's new.
Right.
They're just so much better designed.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Yeah, man, narrow, cramped everywhere. Yep. Like biting into a fresh apple. Yeah, fuck, Orlando just scored. Sounders 2-1 second half. Man, are they in the playoffs? I'm not even paying attention to the MLS right now. There's so much other stuff that I'm watching right now.
I don't actually understand how that aggregate series works, so I know that there's like around December there's some sort of like mid-season championship, and then in the spring there's a championship again.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, man. I don't really pay attention to the MLS. I really kind of would like to, because I mean I like going to Sounders games. They're fun. It's really exciting. What's that? Minor league soccer? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if it's not dudes in like Europe playing, like it's kind of just like, to me, I mean, I don't even really watch the guys in Europe play.
No,
I pay attention to it just because I know people that talk about it, just so I don't sound like a jackass when I'm talking about it.
I mean, the only person
this game, if they win, they clinch a spot for the playoffs. Okay, makes sense. Big important game. Okay, all right.
I mean, I could name one player in the MLS, and he retired. So,
There you go.
Yeah, I do Clint Dempsey. But,
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't play anymore. So.
He doesn't play anymore. Yo, man, I dropped some heavy NHL free league pass for you, bro. All up on that. Have you watched any?
No, man. I've watched as much sports
as you have. Yeah, been busy, man. I need to get down on some NHL, and we need to start talking about it.
Yeah, we do. We say that every week.
Every week, man.
But
and I just went to the Thunderbirds game last night. That's why I was like, I'm gonna rock my sweatshirt today. But I mean, I love watching hockey, man. We need to get
after the World Series. I'll definitely get more into it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, just paying attention to 2 or 3 different sports at a time.
Our team is pretty good. Justin says. Devin says, "What are you dipping, Eric?"
Copenhagen.
And we're in the 3rd division. Okay, makes sense. Hey, yo, that's the sponsor pickup. Somebody get it.
Pay me Copenhagen.
Product placement for the 4 people watching. Oh, we lost one.
For the 3 people watching.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know, man. I'm excited about the baseball and I'm excited about the hockey. Football has been getting nutty, bro.
Did you see Mason Crosby didn't miss a field goal?
I know. I'm really proud of him, man.
I know. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Get some graham crackers.
Yeah.
You deserve
graham
You deserve a juice.
Oh my goodness. I didn't write down who we did or didn't pick.
I know we both picked the Patriots.
I think we both did pick the Patriots.
We both picked the Packers.
I definitely did not see the Jaguars getting smashed 7-40 by the Cowboys.
I think we both picked the Jaguars.
I think we both picked the Jaguars.
And I think we both picked the Rams, begrudgingly, but
did. Titans got smoked out.
I think I picked the Titans.
I think I picked the Titans also, but I may have picked the Ravens.
I think you did pick the Ravens.
Dolphins. I think I picked the Bears.
Yeah, I did
too,
matter. Just because they're coming off that bye week.
Right. Going in, I was like, I like the Bears coming off the bye. Yo, man, crazy week of football, man. Crazy week. We saw that 5-0 team get dropped by the Patriots, man. I like it.
Which we kind of figured they would.
What else are you broadcasting on? So I am only broadcasting on Facebook and on Twitch right now. But what I do,
I also love Copenhagen.
I broadcast the stuff on Twitch and I rerun it and I play games on Twitch. So that's just kind of how that one goes. But what was my picks were on point. The Dolphins game was insane. The Dolphins game was crazy, man. It was nuts.
I know, winning that in overtime.
Yeah, craziness.
That was a crazy game.
Yo, can we talk about the Seahawks?
I was wondering when we were going to get to that.
The Seahawks and the Raiders game, dude.
All right, my question for you, though, is I heard this question on the radio this morning, and I thought it was an interesting question. Do you think that what we saw on Sunday was a good Seahawks team or a bad Raiders team?
Okay. I like how the offensive line is starting to click.
Okay.
I like how they're starting to run the ball now.
Yes.
At the beginning of the season, they were not running the ball like they said they were going to. Like, they're running it now. Like choking on something. I definitely like, I would like to sit here and tell you that it was the Seahawks being a good team, though I think that they are progressing into being a better team. I think we were really just kind of looking at a bad Oakland team.
I agree.
Unfortunately, the Seahawks looked awesome against the Raiders.
I mean, they also did look very good against the Rams.
They did look very good against the Rams. But what I'm saying is that we're starting to progress into the team that we need to see from them. Mm-hmm. They're starting to get there, but I think they still need to work on these damn penalties, dude. These stupid penalties. I remember seeing it like in the third period or something like that. They had 8 penalties for like 65 yards already.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they finished out with, but it was already up to 65 yards of penalty yards. Like, it's just...
I bet they
this needs to stop.
I bet they had slightly more running yards than they did penalties.
And I think... I think that Effetti is one of the bigger problems on the penalty side, man.
Yeah, he is. But I'm going to defend Effetti for this one simple reason.
Okay.
He's a solid player, and how many years did we sit here and watch Michael Bennett jump off sides, and everyone's like, that guy's great!
I wasn't saying that. Every time he jumped off sides, I get pissed about it.
But, I mean, that's another dumb penalty that we didn't need then.
And we don't
still
need it
don't
now.
need now.
Yeah.
But I think him being a younger player, that's something that he can work on.
Right.
And get rid of.
Progression
he can tighten his game up and get rid of those penalties, whereas Michael Bennett was like, I've already been to 2 Super Bowls. It worked then. It's going to work now.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I just think a little bit more fine-tuning for the Seahawks penalty-wise, and we've got ourselves a wild card contention team.
I'd like to see him actually do some consistent pass rushing.
I'm very, very, very surprised at how they're doing this season. I said it before the season started. They'll be lucky to get 9 wins. But I'm surprised we're sitting at 3-3 right now, man. Shocked. Effetti. Intentional fan interference. Man. Kansas City. Dude throwing that beer, or the Foxborough dude.
Yeah, he flipped him off and then threw a beer at him.
Crazy, dude. I heard he's getting
only
charged.
In Boston.
Heard he's getting charged for whatever it's called.
Assault?
No. It wasn't assault, but he's getting charged for whatever. He's in trouble. He's a bad boy. Don't do that. Don't throw shit at people. You ass.
I mean, why?
I don't know. Because you're an ass. Ass.
Well, yeah. Everyone's 7 feet tall if you got enough beers in them.
Right? Our safeties looks good considering no Thomas. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. They're not getting burned deep.
No.
They're not getting burned deep. I mean, I would like to see more interceptions happen.
Now, is that really the safety? Or, I mean, because Jared Goff, right? That's his name.
Yeah, quarterback for the Rams.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember his first name.
I got you.
Goff. Anyway, he didn't have any problem moving the ball down the field.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
And
I think that's the difference between a better quarterback in Jared Goff
I don't know if
versus Derek Carr.
I don't know if it's necessarily the better quarterback or the offensive line.
The offensive line?
Because during the Rams game, Frank Clark tried, but the pass rush in the Rams game was way different than what we saw this Sunday against Oakland.
Yeah, that's very, 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 very good point.
Now, granted, we did see a banged up Oakland offensive line, but
coverage is loose.
It's not.
Hawks look good. It was the Raiders. Yeah. Offensive line looks good, but defensive line. Excuse me. Defensive line looks good, but the Rams' O-line is just that much better, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off and interrupt you there. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good.
Bibbidi boobidi ba. So, any other ones that really popped out to you? I'm surprised the Falcons put on the hurt on the. Well, it wasn't really a hurt. It was 5 points. But Titans got blanked, dude. Surprised by that.
That does surprise me.
Jets put up 42 against the Colts.
That's
crazy. Browns got smoked, but
Yeah.
the Chargers were going to beat them anyway, man.
Well, and they kind of chip on the shoulder that I forgot about when we were making our picks, that before
They
the
were
Browns
the last
went
team
on
that
that
they won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. And,
It's all poop. It's all poop, baby. Damn, man. All right. NFL. Week 7. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Schedule.
Seahawks are on a bye.
Seahawks are on a bye. I do like that. They definitely...
I think they need it.
They definitely need it. They need it. Okay, so let's start.
Or maybe after the past 2 games they don't need it because they are kind of on a roll.
I think going into the bye will give them a little bit more of
I hope
the
so.
ball rolling and a little bit of rest and relax that the boys need. Packers, Raiders, Steelers, and Seahawks all on the bye week. So this is just a handful of games, man.
Yeah.
A handful of games. All right, so the Thursday night game is the Broncos versus the Cardinals. Who you got for that one? Tell me what you're thinking there.
What? The Cardinals are at 1-5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos on that.
Broncos, I'm also taking the Broncos, man. Look at that. They are the garbage.
Yeah, and I mean...
32nd offense, 31st passing, 32nd on rushing. That is trash.
Even if
Gostkowski got 22 Yeah, bro. He outscored your quarterback. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think just looking at the Cardinals offense and the Broncos defense, I mean...
Staggering numbers between the two, man. I'm definitely taking the Broncos.
Oh,
Broncos all MF day.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Tennessee Titans versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Everybody saying Cardinals. I'm taking the Broncos. All right, man. Titans, Chargers.
Chargers. I know that the Chargers on paper are better, but my gut tells me Tennessee's going to win this game.
Taking Tennessee. I'm going to take the Chargers. I like how Phillip Rivers is moving the ball a little bit right now. Looks good. I like what's going on in Los Angeles for the Bolts.
I would agree with you, but it is also mid-October, and that's usually the downfall for Phillip Rivers.
Damn, harsh call out for a little Phillip Rivers. I like it, though.
I mean...
It's cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, buddy.
Hey, Melvin Gordon's running the ball pretty well, too.
Yeah.
6th in rushing. All right. Sorry, man. He outscored your quarterback, bro. My kicker got more points than your quarterback. Chargers. Everybody's taking Chargers except for Eric.
It's okay to be wrong, guys.
It's okay to be wrong. Jaguars, Texans. After watching what Dallas did to the Jaguars, man, I almost feel like I need to drop this defense flat on its head, bro. These guys, man, what the hell happened?
I don't know, man.
What happened?
I had a lot higher hopes for Jacksonville.
Homeboy Jalen always out here talking and just saying whatever. And he didn't... Against the Cowboys, didn't back it up, man.
Yeah.
Didn't back it up.
Yeah, so I guess we're both in agreement on the Texans then?
Man, I don't know, bro. The numbers here tell me I should be picking the Jaguars.
Why? They're 11th. Okay, well, 2nd in defense. 9th in defense. In everything other than defense, the Texans are a better team on paper.
This is in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. And the Texans have had some trouble on the road this year.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking with my gut and going Texans.
I'm gonna go with you too. I'm also thinking Houston's gonna come in there and win. I feel like we're gonna be wrong.
So Houston's better than the Patriots, is what I'm hearing?
Houston's better than the Patriots? The defense is terrible.
There you
Texans.
go, Texans.
All right, everybody's taking Texans except for Justin. Justin says Jaguars. Okay.
Oh, Justin's an idiot. Just kidding, Justin.
Damn, bro. That's mean.
You know I don't mean it, Justin. You know
Carolina Panthers, Philadelphia Eagles. What the fuck happened last week with the Eagles?
They won.
They won?
I'm pretty sure.
The Eagles beat the Giants in fucking outstanding numbers, but they're playing the Giants. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, they should.
They're playing the Giants, man. They should beat them.
Although, Saquon Barkley?
Barkley.
Barkley.
How about him, Devin?
Woo!
You like him? You like Saquon Barkley?
Damn, that dude can run.
Huh?
Wow. That
hurdling
was
people and shit.
amazing.
That dude can run, bro.
And,
I'm down with that
I mean,
guy.
he laid it out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yes, the Giants lost, but it wasn't because of him.
That was not because of him.
Wow.
That's
a good running back.
Probably because Odell Beckham Jr. can't shut his mouth.
Yeah, probably because he was too busy crying and like, no one's giving me the ball.
Okay, Des Bryant.
Right?
All right, you're picking the Panthers?
I never said anything.
Huh? You're picking the Panthers?
No.
Not
F.
picking the
Cam
Panthers?
Newton, I'm going Eagles.
Eagles. I would have won if Cup didn't get murdered. You're right, dude. He got banked. Dude, I had the highest scoring in the league this week, man. You weren't going to beat me, bro. I was almost 170 points. You weren't going to beat me.
Damn!
You weren't going to beat me. My kicker out here making 22 points, bro. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I am also picking the Eagles. It is in Philly. I like how the Eagles look right now. Let's move on to Minnesota and New York Jets. Minnesota and Jets.
You know, I've been at least moderately surprised by the Vikings this year.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the Jets.
Well, also the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets
I
have
mean,
been surprising.
I mean, they've won some games that I didn't
think they were going
to or even had a chance.
Yeah.
And some of the games, at least for a while, were closer than I thought they were going to be.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's definitely.
I mean, that's a tough one, honestly. But I think the Vikings are going to walk away with a win.
Vikings walk away with a win.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I like where your head's at, but I am gonna pick the Jets because I like the hurt that they put on the 40 or the Colts last week. It wasn't really a hurt, but 42 points against the Colts. Colts aren't a great team, but the Jets should not be better than the Colts like that. They're 1-5, but you know, it is what it is. I am 89 yards for rushing. And Powell's been running the ball really well. Darnold threw 2 touchdowns, 280 yards. I'm taking the Jets because they're at home, and that's the only reason why I'm taking the Jets. If they were playing in Minnesota, I would pick Minnesota. I'm picking the Jets.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's all right to be wrong.
It's all right to be wrong. You keep saying this to me, dog. Okay. Can we talk about the Pats game beating the undefeated Chiefs? Jets. Rookie cornerback does decent. Jets. Everybody's saying Jets. Dude. We are now on picking the New England Patriots and the Bears game. I liked how the Patriots came out here and stuffed it right to Patrick Mahomes. I think we both picked them.
We did.
We both picked them. It looked great. They came out and moved the ball well, and it was a shootout. It was good.
And
they looked good.
And the Pats even had, decent running, too.
Good running. Yeah, good. Yeah, decent running. I think, the Pats looked good was it on Monday? It's on Monday, right?
No.
Sunday
San
night?
Francisco played on Monday. San Francisco and Green Bay.
They were the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
But late game, whatever.
Yeah, they were the late game.
The Jets definitely, or the Pats definitely looked fantastic. That was a very, very impressed with how they looked last
so
week.
was I.
I'm not on board with the Bears beating the Patriots at this point. You picking the Patriots as well?
I think
the Patriots are going to demolish the Bears. The Bears.
And, as easy it is to hate them, when your quarterback's Tom Brady.
Right.
Yeah.
Sonny Michael and James White. Yep. Sunday Night Football. Yep. So we both picked the Patriots, right? Okay.
Yes.
So moving on to the who gives a shit game. The Buffalo Bills versus the Indianapolis Colts. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty
Who
much.
cares? Oh my God.
I like Andrew Luck.
I think the fucking wheels have fallen off of the Colts.
Honestly, I don't know what to pick on that one.
I'm picking the Bills, man. I'm gonna pick the Bills. They're 2-4. They got one more win.
Oh God, they're one tie away from being the Browns.
Nick has had some beers in Seattle. I was in Seattle yesterday, man. I was posting my pictures about it today, though. I'm taking Buffalo, man. I think the wheels have fallen off of what's going on for the Colts.
If this is the garbage game of the week.
Garbage game of the week. You get the donkey of the day.
I'm gonna go ahead and steal the one from what was that, Sunday Morning Football. I'll be the lone wolf.
Oh, okay.
And pick the Colts.
Okay, all right. Hey, there you go. Okay.
Browns. Browns are walking away. Browns are winning this game.
Happening. The Browns are gonna win.
Browns are gonna win.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm taking Tampa Bay just to spite you.
I mean,
just to spite you.
Honestly, if they weren't playing the Browns, I'd take Tampa Bay too.
Yeah.
But
they're paying the Browns.
Money Mayfield, which I'm so tired of hearing, is going to lead the Browns to a victory.
Okay, all right. So you think they're going to get 3 wins this year?
Bro, I'm aiming for the fences. The Browns are going to get 3 wins this year.
He is a Mayfield's backup now. Colts. Okay, Justin. Colts as well. All right.
Mayfield's backup again?
I have no idea.
Is that what?
I think that's what Devin said.
Devin just said that?
Just kidding. Isn't Mayfield's backup now Tyrod? Yeah. I think Tyrod's the backup for the backup.
Yeah, I think they actually have a guy from Cleveland High School as the backup now.
Yeah. Lions and the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are 4-2.
You know what? I deviated last week and didn't pick the Dolphins like I have previously. So I'm going to go back.
I like it too. I'm definitely picking the Dolphins as well. Ravens, Saints. This will be a good game to watch.
This is going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good game to watch. I will definitely keep my eye on this one. And I think New Orleans is going to go into Baltimore and give them a shootout. But the Ravens are going to come out on top by a field goal. I'm picking Ravens.
But I believe, sorry, Bodymore, the Saints are going to go in there and win.
The Saints are going to win?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I'm picking Ravens. Devin says Ravens as well.
I'm sticking with my boy Drew Brees. And, old cancer face.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Sorry, buddy. It's true. You look like a burned up freak.
But oh my God.
He's a great quarterback, and I'm going with Drew Brees and the Saints.
Drew Brees and the Saints. Justin says the Saints as well, so let's move on to Dallas versus Washington. The Redskins, man, I have been trying to get really excited about the Redskins this season, and every time I get more and more excited about it, they come out here and then they go and beat the Panthers, and I get more and more excited about it. I like what Adrian Peterson's doing now, dude.
Excuse me, I gotta get some more water.
I like what Adrian Peterson's doing right now. Adrian Peterson's running the ball as an older man. and doing good. I like seeing it. I'm a big fan of AP, and I like that he's on a comeback trail right now. He's not running 100-yard games, but he's getting close. He's getting close. He's running well.
And what is he, 46 years
He's
old
46. Yeah, I'm taking the Redskins as well as Devin. Yeah. And the Cowboys put that hurt on whoever Jacksonville. Put the hurt on them.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to carry over into this week. I just don't see it.
I think the Redskins are an entirely different beast than Jacksonville is. And, yeah, I mean, I said it last week. I don't carry as much hate in my heart as Jeff does about the Cowboys. But I'm going with the Redskins.
Yeah, I'm picking the Redskins as well. Money maker. All right, dude. I think this is the game where the Rams go 7-0. The Rams are shitting all over the 49ers. Why are we even talking about this?
Yeah, I mean,
I was trying to be funny.
That's going to be like a basketball score.
Yeah, that's going to be ridiculous.
I mean, that's going to be like 120 to nothing.
Yeah.
Somehow, the 49ers are going to manage to go negative points.
Negative points.
They're going to owe the Rams points. They're going to be like, here, let me kick a field goal for you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Shit down all those 49er people, man. I'm not having that. The Rams are going 7-0.
Yeah. The Rams are not going to go into the postseason with undefeated, but they are not going to get their first loss from 49ers.
No Rams 49ers. Yeah, I'm definitely not having that. Kansas City plays against the Bengals, and it is in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. How you feel about that one? They are no longer an undefeated team.
No, they're not. But I think that they're going to come out and they're going to play, like they have something to prove. Like that they are a team who is just as good or better than the Rams, and I think they're going to beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
I'm picking KC.
You picking KC this week? Okay.
A week, not year.
I keep saying this. I'm on board with the Bengals right now, but I agree with you. I don't think the Chiefs are going to lose at home. I want to see the Bengals do a little bit of damage to the Chiefs. Maybe
Plus,
they go 5-2, but
you're also forgetting one key piece of evidence. Andy Dalton's a ginge.
Jesus, bro. Okay, all right. I'm going to jump on the Kansas City winning game with you, too. Kansas City wins it. And that means we only have one game left to pick from.
Falcons.
That's the Giants and the Falcons. And I don't think there's any question that the Falcons are going to decimate and pick apart the Giants.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a better game than you and I think it's going to be. But if I had to put money down, I would put it on Atlanta.
Devin and Justin say Bengals. KC is hitting that losing streak. And I think the Bengals are a good enough team to beat Kansas City, but they're a tough team in Arrowhead, man. Yeah, they're a tough team at home.
I think that's going to be one of those games that comes down to just
whoever
like
has the ball last type of thing.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna come down to what would Vegas do? You get 3 points or 3.5 points just for playing at home.
Right.
So I think that's what it's gonna come down to. A field goal, a 2-point conversion, something like that. It's gonna be a real close game. It's gonna be a good game, but if I had to put my money down on it, I'd put it on Kansas City.
I'm putting it on Kansas City as well. I have to use the bathroom real quick. If anybody wants to talk to just little baby Eric, ask Eric whatever. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll try and bumble my way through technology here.
All you have to do is just hold this over this and just scroll down just so that you can see. Just scroll. Just scroll down.
Kansas City was 5-0 and lost the next 4 or 5 last season. Yeah, That's true, Devin. I don't know. I think in the off season, they've added just enough that Kansas City has gotten consistently better, and I think we're looking at a slightly different team. I think you're going to be surprised. Just like people are surprised right now about the Seahawks. Maybe not as extreme, but I think they've added, through the draft and everything like that, they've added just enough that they're not going to go 500 or less than they did last year, or like they did last year. Good hipster.
Oh my god.
Someone else joined. Nice.
Someone else
Hello.
joined. Hello.
Oh.
What are you guys broadcasting on? We're broadcasting on
Super Bowl
the laptop right now.
That's what and not Dominic. I think he might notice, Devin.
Oh man.
Besides, that would remind me of the game that is never to be spoken of.
The game that we do not talk about. Game we don't talk about. Well, is I don't know how much time we lost because of our internet connection. I heard the toilet flushing. He's coming back.
Too late, Devin. Sorry.
I already done seen it. I hate Pat fans. Oh my God, Justin.
That's not true.
That's not true.
You like Devin.
You like Devin.
We all like Devin.
We all love Devin. It's kind of early. I don't know how much time we chopped because of the internet connection, but...
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? You got something else to talk about right now? We've already cut through the schedule. The schedule is...
Ooh, man. Picks are done.
Picks are done.
Ugh, pardon me.
Does anybody else want to talk about something? I did not come up with stuff to talk about this week because I'd had a busy week, but you're on Facebook, Twitch, and whatever else. Yeah, we're on Facebook and Twitch. That's just it. We're just on Twitch, other than the Facebook.
And we're also on Grindr and Tinder and Farmers Only.
Farmers Only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly we're on Farmers Only. Because, city folk just don't understand.
City folk don't understand. That there backwoods. Do you guys go to bars in town?
Yes.
Occasionally. Not very often. But sometimes. Yeah. I'm not plugging nobody, but there's a place that has wings that I like to go to.
Yes,
on
they have
Wednesday.
Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean,
I like the wings that they have there. They're pretty cheap. They're pretty good.
SoPac.
You strike me as a Christian Mingle kind of a guy.
Nah, I like J-Date.
J-Date? What is J-Date?
It's for Jewish people.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Hey. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Damn.
Disregard.
Oh, my God.
They got hella good lamp oil. That's the whole point of Hanukkah.
I got you. I got you, but damn. Jesus.
Strike that from the record.
Move your phone off the table, please. Your table. What are you talking about?
No, they just want you to hold it. Just hover it.
No, I'm not going to hold it. Look, no, and that's your lady friend.
Quit being picky. Jesus.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't really think we have too much more to talk about, but I'm open to talk about whatever.
I don't know. I heard this on the radio a couple days ago. I think it was Monday. And they were doing an interview with I don't know, the crypt keeper of the NBA, whoever their commissioner is or whatever.
Stein something.
Yeah, the guy that looks like Skeletor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said that they had no aspirations of expanding
a team
or an expansion team or moving a team to Seattle. I mean, we'll see once the
years
NHL
to come
is here,
years
and
to
after
come.
the Key Arena is
renovated.
Renovated. There we go. I can speak English.
Celtics won. Okay, first game of the NBA. Something Jewish. All right. Yeah, Celtics did win. They looked good.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the basketball season too. I mean, I know they're not talking about having a look, dude. Them not having a basketball team right now isn't really. I'm more concerned about how hockey's gonna thrive here. Honestly, I
think it's gonna be great for Seattle. I think Seattle just loves sports. It's just disappointing because it's always been a basketball town.
For sure.
Like, baseball, interesting. Football, interesting. Seattle loves basketball.
Yeah, I mean, during the rainy season, you just go indoors and shoot a hoop, dude.
I mean, what other city supports a WNBA team as much as Seattle does? And the WNBA has been getting better, but for years it was a joke.
Yeah, for sure.
And, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's just how it was. I'm not saying anything disparaging about the WNBA, but I will say they need to pay their players, and if they work at it, they can have, a good market.
Absolutely.
And people will go see those games.
Absolutely.
People in Seattle go see the Storm.
I think so too.
And they like it.
They like going to checking the Storm out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
And
not just as a novelty thing. Not like you would go see the Harlem Globetrotters or something like that. Like, it's not an exhibition thing.
They've got fans, man.
Yeah.
They've got fans.
People support the Storm, and they like them. I've heard the same thing about in Washington, about the Washington Mystics, and the team out of Denver, too. They have a real good following, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Heard that about those three cities, that those are solid basketball towns that also support a WNBA team. And if you need any more proof that Seattle's a basketball town, look at that.
Look at that. Absolutely. Just because there's no expansion anytime soon doesn't mean it won't happen eventually. I'm not saying just because, damn it, we get an NHL team, we deserve a basketball team. We have a basketball team.
And I think that should also serve as a marking point, or a turning point to the NBA, because initially the NHL coming to Seattle was contingent on them getting us getting a basketball team first.
Right.
And then the NHL was like, we'll see what happens. Let's roll the dice.
Peace, Love, and Polaroid says there's kids in Bremerton going to Portland Trailblazer games 3 hours away because they want to watch basketball.
That's true.
It is true, man. It's true.
As
drive
much as
3 hours away.
Never support the Trailblazers.
I'm not a Trailblazers fan at all either.
And
I'm not down for it. But go ahead.
I went to the first game that Oklahoma City played in Portland, and
just to boo them.
I almost got into like 6 different fights that night wearing Seattle gear, and all those guys in Portland are like, that's not even a team anymore.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You get a throat punch.
Yeah, I did the same thing, only I went to Oklahoma. I went to a Thunder game in Oklahoma just to boo him wearing all my Sonics gear. And root for Kevin Durant. I'm just saying. And root for Kevin Durant.
Did you see, I just saw it this morning, or last night on SportsCenter, that KD might be going to the Knicks this summer.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. You never know. Does he stick around, keep getting those rings? I don't know.
I think he's only signed for 2 or 3 years.
I think his contract's up this season.
Well,
I don't know. We'll see. And I'll root for him wherever he goes.
Wherever he goes. I don't care if he plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll buy a Bucks jersey.
If he goes to Barcelona and plays basketball,
he's too good to travel.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But
yeah, very true. A lot of people are going to Portland. Yeah, it's people do go to Portland to go watch basketball, man. It's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, where else are they going to go? Drive all the way to Sacramento?
Right. No. Hell no.
Yeah, and besides the Kings?
No.
Yikes. That team is poop.
Yeah. I think poop is go to Boston. Yeah, Boston. What's going on with Boston?
Hopefully they're winning.
Oh, no, he's saying, okay, I get what you're saying. Hopefully he goes to Boston. Okay, I get ya.
You know what? I really don't care where he goes. I just want to see...
Nice. Sounders won. There you go.
I just want to go back to the mid-'90s when other teams had good players. And it wasn't just...
2, 3, 4 good teams.
Yes, it wasn't like, oh, who's going to play Golden State this year?
Right.
Who's going to play the Miami Heat?
Or whatever team freaking LeBron
whoever.
James is playing for.
Yeah, or, what team has, that to me ruined the NBA.
Absolutely.
Because it was like, well, I mean, Houston's doing good. What about Houston? Houston doesn't have a chance because they only have one guy. They got James Harden.
Well, they have Carmelo Anthony now, too.
Oh, that's right, they do.
Yeah.
But
and Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean, Carmelo Anthony's, 70 years old?
No one cares about... Damn, bro, Devin. That's funny. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. And I don't know if I would even really... Where we're at with getting a Seattle team here... if it would even be all that much entertainment, because...
It would be entertaining if the NBA did expansion teams and did the, draft process, I guess you would call it. A little differently,
yeah.
Like the NHL does, where you can only, reserve... each team can reserve, 6 players?
I think it was 6 people, yeah.
And other than that, your team's up for grabs.
Yep. I like that.
I do too, and I think that's what keeps it interesting.
Toronto as well. The Raptors, yeah. Kawhi, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's not other really good players outside of Golden State, but their starting lineup has 5 All-Stars on it.
Yeah, no, and that's...
Or is it 6?
I don't even know. It might be 12, dude. They don't even have that many people on the roster.
But I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, you would... Outside of the Olympics, I mean, yes, there were teams that were... the 96 Bulls were a really good team, obviously. But Larry Bird would never go to the Bulls just to get a ring.
Right.
Muggsy Bogues wouldn't go play on the Bulls just for a ring. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best too.
That's true. Devin says
otherwise it doesn't mean anything.
Sucks you have so many teams and only 5 of them are in talks for championship. It's true. A lot of teams are good teams, but we don't talk about how good they are because LeBron doesn't play for them, and everybody jock rides LeBron, and whoever's being built to play against LeBron's team is stacked. And it's not that it's not entertaining to watch, because, I mean, but I don't want to sit and watch a guy during the regular season shoot 90% of his shots for three-pointers.
Agreed.
It's not as entertaining as it used to be. I don't know. Yeah. That's just my opinion about it, though.
Or maybe it was just because, I mean, back then, watching, I did watch the 96 Bulls, but I was 7.
Right.
So, it was new to me, so all of it was exciting.
Right.
Whereas now it's like, same thing from the NBA.
Right. I feel it. I'm right there with you. I totally agree with that.
And honestly, that is kind of how I felt. I got the same notion watching this offseason with the Rams. It was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Who else are they going to get? And then it's like, oh, they signed a Ndamukong Suh. And like, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know why so many of them flocked over to the Rams, but hey, that's a stacked team now. It's a stacked team now. But that's the difference between having the NBA have X amount of guys on the floor, whereas you have so many other inner workings when it comes to a football team than...
Well, and also the NBA has a soft cap instead of a hard salary cap.
That's true.
So, yeah, I mean, you can't have a team like Golden State that gets more of the percentage of the pie from the total income of the NBA, and then you get a team like Milwaukee that just gets screwed.
Right.
Now, I mean, and in 2 years, it could be the other way around.
It could, yeah.
So, I mean, it is fair, but I don't know. There's just something about the NBA in the last couple of years. It just...
Devin says, actually, I feel like the Knicks and the Nets smell like stale cigarettes and beers. Anything from New York is dirty.
Well,
jeez.
Yeah. I mean, they support the Yankees, Devin. What do you expect?
Oh, dude. Shots are being fired, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of really any New York team.
That's because New York's a garbage city. And their teams are garbage.
And they smell like stale cigarettes and beer.
Yeah. New York is like the old lady at the slot machine with that like Virginia Slim like 500 and a 7 and 7. It's like, I know this one's gonna hit eventually.
Damn, bro. Oh, jeez. That's true, though. Oh, my God.
Damn, Nick.
You're a savage, bro. All right, man. Do we got anything else to pick at? Could be a wrap for me. It's almost 7.
It's almost 7.
Yep.
I have no idea what time it is. Time is just a construct.
Time is just your imagination.
That's right.
And we're actually not really here, guys. We're trapped in the interwebs.
It's an enigma.
We're trapped in the interwebs. Get us out. We're stuck here.
Someone get Keanu Reeves on the phone right now.
Yeah. Where's John Wick when you need him? Yeah, dude. So that Boston's up 3-1.
Nice.
I like it. That's a good note to go out on. I like it. Hey, guys, anybody and everybody who stopped by, checked out the show today, checked out previous shows, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we would be doing it, but we wouldn't record it. We would be doing this anyway, but we wouldn't record it, and it's because of you guys. So we appreciate it, guys. Thanks, everybody. Everybody have a good one.
Yep. See you next week.
See you guys next week when Boston is in the World Series. See you guys.